They are held by 1 Liberal Democrat, 2 Conservatives and 5 Labour MPs. The most high-profile of those is the Shadow Chancellor, Ed Balls, who has a majority of just 1,101 votes. He's with me now. Good evening, Mr. Balls. The exit polls don't make good reading for Labour. How are you feeling at the moment?
Well, the exit polls are very striking. They're completely at odds with all of the opinion polls we've had for the last 6 weeks, and indeed last night and then today. Until we actually get some results, we're not going to know. I think so far, all we know is in Sunderland, Labour is increasing its majorities. And of course, I hope that's going to be the story for the whole night. We'll have to wait and see. The thing you can say is, even if this exit poll, which is a real outlier, is right, that means the Conservative and Liberal Democrat majority for the coalition has gone from 73 down to 0 in this election. David Cameron would be clinging on, trying to make a majority work, and only doing so by reaching out to the unionists.
But that would be because of the Lib Dem fall, not because of the Conservative fall, and equally could go the other way and say, goodness me, what might happen in Scotland?
Well, look, clearly, if the exit poll is right, it's a terrible result for Labour in Scotland. I really hope it's going to be wrong, because we've got some excellent MPs, some close colleague friends of mine, and I want to see them come back tonight. But of course, we've had no results yet. The thing is, if the exit poll is even wrong by 10 seats, if in those very close Labour-Tory fights we take 10 more, suddenly David Cameron, as Prime Minister, is not going to be able to put a majority together in the House of Commons and get a Queen's Speech through. And then it would fall to Ed Miliband to put together a Queen's Speech and put that to the House of Commons. So even if the exit poll is right, it's on a knife edge. I'm not sure this is right, because it rather jars with all the experience we've had over the course of today, and I think that this election is still wide open. The results will tell the story. So far, we've not even got the ballot boxes here in Leeds. There's rather a lot of counting to do before we know what's going on.
There is, but isn't the bottom line that if it pans out like it appears to be, that you have the wrong man at the top, it falls to him to clear up the mess, and it is him that hasn't led the Labour Party forward?
Big ifs, because so far there's no results at all, other than, as I said, Labour doing better in Sunderland. What we know is that Labour has fought a really good campaign, a very I think responsible campaign. We've not been promising to spend money we've not got. We've not followed David Cameron into the sort of to take big risks with our relationship with Europe, or to set England against Scotland. I think Ed Miliband has had the best campaign of all the leaders, clearly, and we're going to have to wait and see what the result is, because so far there aren't any. We've got an exit poll which, even if it's right, puts David Cameron's majority right on a knife edge, and I think many people are thinking it's overstating what we all think is going on tonight.
So lots of busyness here. As you mentioned, there's Hilary Benn down there, who's quite safe at the moment, his seat, isn't it? But your constituency, as you mentioned,
sure,
the ballot boxes haven't come in. They've only counted the postal votes, 1,101. Of course, social media is alight now, saying Ed Balls could lose his seat. What are you going to do tomorrow?
All of the votes are in the box. They've been cast today. The turnout is high, and we're going to wait and see how it's counted. What we know is that Hilary down there has got a very, very big majority. I, for 8 years, have been fighting a constituency where the majority is much tighter. We fought very hard in 2010. People predicted I might lose, and we won by 1,000. Today, the mood on the doorstep has been really good, very strong. Lots of people saying they're worried about the health service, jobs for young people, and urging Labour to win, saying they're going to come out and vote. So today the mood's been really good. We fought a brilliant campaign in Morley and Outwood, but the people have decided. Their votes are in the ballot box, and it's not something I decide or you decide. They decide, they voted, and we'll wait and see in a few hours' time.
We'll see if you're still smiling. We'll talk to you again later,
I'll still
I hope.
be smiling.
Ed Balls, thank you very much. Well, we talked about Scotland, didn't we?